guys are back with Bleu, so those boots. Those are the boots I want to get to wear to the Ben Nichols concert. Ben Nichols concert is coming up in less than a month, and I'll tell you what I can't wait for, the Ben Nichols concert. In less than a month. Anyway, forget about that. That was speaking of Ben Nichols. And what I'm going to, part of the gift that we're bringing for Ben Nichols is I'm going to go on eBay and get that vinyl of Dave's where Dave did the cover of Lucero. But then I'm going to make Ben Nichols pretend like he already has it. And then we'll send a video to Dave. I'll make it, you know, like he just carries it around with him. If he has time to talk to us, he's a very busy superstar. But Bluey says, yes, so am I. This guy is nobody compared to me. That's what Bluey says. And he says ego is huge. You know, and that's why, I don't know what's going on with Dave, but, you know, it is a good for the storyline that Dave has such disdain for my character. It keeps the character's ego in check. Because Crystal will tell you that the character's ego is huge. Huge, I'm sorry. Huge. So, it keeps the character, it's good for the storyline. Alright, so, what I want to talk about though, you guys, is what happens is when you put the leash on. What people have a tendency to do is once they get the leash on, they start making contact immediately. That's where you go wrong. You've got to be ready when you've got the leash on to have your hands, you've got to train your hands to do the same thing as when the leash is off. So, I'm going to back him up here a little bit. Bleu.
So we don't have to wait.
Good.
We don't have to make the man wait until we got with the cards.
I'll tell you what he is. He's absolutely perfect. So you've got to do a lot of implying and feigning and doing all these different things with the leash. But you've always got to have it where you've got the sense where you're leading the dog. If once your arm, I'm going to tell you right now, once your arm gets back here, you got yourself a problem. All right, let's go back. Heel. So I'm keeping my heel.
Well, I just did it, but that I just did it again.
He's looking at my hands. I am keeping my hands right here. Sit. Now when I take the leash, I'm not going to do anything different with my hands. I'm still going to come across. I want him to turn towards heel. I've got a very collected body language too. I'm not. And I was watching this, you know, speaking of Dave, because he's got this one video where and he's got the very collected body language. You know, I am subordinating the impulse to leave that message on the video. But you've got to notice things like that yourself, you guys. If you don't, you know, if I was just kind of like this, you ought to be like this. Heel. Sit. Heel. Sit. I'm really just, I'm not speaking with my arms at all right now. My whole sit. Alright, so even to get him to back up, this hand is going to come. You know why I'm not going to get him to back up? Because he's sucking behind it a little bit again. Heel. You know, and I figured out sit. The reason the dog sucks behind is because I'm always going, okay, blah, 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 at the end of every video, and the dog is sort of like in gymnastics where they're adding that extra little hop. Well, the judge isn't watching, so he's adding the hop all the time, I'm guessing, and so I'm going to fix it.